Oh no!
No!
Hello everyone and welcome to a very, very, very big reaction and a big day for the channel right here on Dedicated to Art. I'm as usual your host, Kees Cornelissen, joined by the usual panel, Chris Doman and Nico Rigoli. And now, to be fair, this match or our reaction might drop after the live show, but we're still taping it before it. So we're still very excited, of course, about our guest coming up on the live show. And to start it off, we get a reaction to a team title match. I mean, it's a pretty big day for us then, I'd say. We finally have the Odd Couple going against the Shirewolves, Jeff Snyder and Mark Andreyko. After not having that great of an Anarchy tournament, they came back. They came back hot, especially at the live event in Chicago. Got that number one contender spot and are the next team to challenge the Shirewolves for that title that they've held for a while now. So, guys, Nico, I want to go to you first. What are your thoughts on today?
So I am of the mindset that there are only two groups of people that can beat the Shirewolves. One, Kevin Smets in Inner Geekdom, specifically in San Diego, in about a month and a half. I feel like he's the only threat to her in terms of the Inner Geekdom Championship. In terms of the team championship, I'm of the mindset that the only threat to them is the untested team of Janine the Machine and Ethan Irwin, the Time Machine.
Interesting.
So I feel like this is going to be a title defense, a successful title defense for the Shirewolves. And then from what I understand, the stipulation of this match is if the Shirewolves win, then they go on to face the Founding Fathers at the Collision. That's what I've heard. If they lose, then
that has not been confirmed. I think
not confirmed on Schmoedown content, but I believe it was hinted at on a recent Collider Live. So from what I understand, if the Shirewolves win, then they will likely face the Founding Fathers at the Collision. If they lose, then they get a championship rematch against the Odd Couple. Yes, they get an instant rematch because they've defended the title twice, and I think that's the rule, is that if you've defended the title at least twice, you get an immediate rematch. So, but I still think the Shirewolves are going to win this one.
All right, fair enough. Chris, what are your thoughts?
This match is going to come down to the 5-pointer. To the last possible question. That's going to be without a doubt because you have 4 of the best players throughout the entire history of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. I mean, I've been trying to count in my head how many title matches between each player both teams have been in, and I think both of them are at around like 10 combined.
We
Just
know
crazy.
Snyder has been in 7, I believe.
Yeah,
and all teams. And Draco has been in a couple of singles. No, just one.
No, just one.
But lost. And yeah, then Rachel in plenty in all divisions. She's been in title matches in all divisions, and Clark also, well, in teams and singles. So
yeah,
these are very good players we have in a
kind of
match.
and that's
really good.
That's why I'm feeling it has come down to the 5-pointer, and I do feel it will be the Shirewolves who do take that final 5-pointer for the win. But I'm not gonna lie. If they fall today and we do get that rematch at Collision, then I won't say that Odd Couple hasn't earned it, because, dear God, they have.
Well, the Odd Couple have been in a very good form this season. They have been on a really good roll where they have shown that they are kind of a newfound team after Anarchy, because in Anarchy they were still kind of battling each other rather than their opponents, because there was still this kind of like, I'm not your friend really, and now they're like, you know what, this is my team. We can play well together, and we want to go for it.
The growing
So,
pains puberty stage is over, and they're at full maturity now as a team.
however, the thing is, I believe they're at the exact same record as the Shirewolves' previous opponents, because the odd couple, I believe, is at 4-1. Their the last opponent for the Shirewolves was critically acclaimed, also 4-1, also on a really good roll, still lost. And who's the boss? 4-1. Oh, no, they became 4-1 thanks to the match. But yeah, all the teams that the Shirewolves have faced were in really good form, ready to pounce, and still lost. So I think that out of the teams that the Shirewolves have faced and either defend or lose the title, that depends on today. But I just think that the Odd Couple is the weakest out of those teams, and I agree with you guys. The Shirewolves will probably.
I will say this. Out of the teams the Shirewolves faced, the Odd Couple is probably the most confident in themselves, because there's an argument to be made that
I don't agree with that.
There's an argument to be made that Riley was still kind of figuring out, am I truly back yet? Like he wasn't really ready to embrace the swagger at that point in time. But Snyder and Draco, they've got the swagger, especially with Roxy right now in their corner. Like they have a swagger that none of the other opponents the Shirewolves have faced so far have had.
Fair enough. Well, I guess we just have to wait and see, because this is a long video. This is an hour long. So let's just press play on this thing in 3, 2, 1, play.
Yes.
Hello,
What, are you
Chance.
just hanging out in garages by yourself? You're like the weird kid in Corruption, you know? You're like the bad boy Robin or something, you know what I mean?
You're just a big mouth.
Oh, Big Mouth. Let this Big Mouth tell you something, you punk. The Smasher, he's gonna end this whole corruption thing. This is all over and done with. Grand opening, grand closing for you, KO, Corruption. You got anything to say about that?
Me? I don't.
Oh, big KO.
Okay.
You know what? There was a time when you were a big deal in this league.
Let me stop you right there. You want to talk about being a big deal? Who are you? You guys come out there, would you jump out of a dumpster to come here? You know, you got a nice little run and the fans love it. They love seeing these new people come in. Who do you beat? I don't even, the first run, I don't even know who that guy is. In Washington, you think that's a victory to celebrate? In Navarro, hey, he was a big deal at one time. That is in the past. That is old school, my friend. This is a whole new league, and you got your big mouth coming into this?
Well, you know what?
What's that?
You don't need to listen to my Big Mouth right now. Why don't you talk to the Smasher?
Okay. Hello.
They're down.
Bucky Barnes. Take a big shot. You don't scare me, my friend. I've seen people like you. You come in, the fans love you. They're dismissing me. They want you and Cushing. I've seen what happens. These bright stars, they come into the league, they burn so bright, and they fade into obscurity. They're gone. You, my friend, you're a bump in the road to my title.
You know what? You're doing all the talking now, but your time is over. So what do you got to say about that?
2 words. Toothpaste.
How's that for a laugh, dog?
Smash 'em.
You will.
Ooh, boy. Those eyes.
Can't wait for that.
Such intensity. Look at all that gold.
Welcome back to the movie trivia Schmoedown. The electricity is in the air, Mark. It is a.
They still need to change the team's title match graphic. It's got the old belt.
To take the titles from the reigning champions.
Yeah.
Look at all the belts on the stage right now, Christian. That is, of course, the chairman, Mr. Harloff. I am Mark Baby Carrots Ellison. Christian, it is what's inside that counts. What's inside me? Airport Burger King. What's inside of these competitors and these teams?
My
Pure
one weakness.
Greatness, heart, and grit. Who's going to come out on top today? Look, it's up in the air, man. Because if you look at it,
Yeah, out of all the fast food places, you'd think it'd be something like, I don't know, Wendy's or McDonald's, but no, it's Burger King.
And when you have champions
And on
like
the weekends,
Shirewolves,
it's Taco
they
Bell.
are
6-0. They've defended the titles twice.
I can understand
against
Taco
two
Bell.
tough teams, and Who's the Boss?
I like
and critically
KFC.
acclaimed. Now, everyone thought that Who's the Boss was going to get the rematch after that Chicago event.
It's also good
Well,
stuff.
the Odd Couple said, no, thank you. We're going to beat them.
We have a
and
place
get
here at home, and
Now,
it's
Mark
really
Andreco,
greasy.
who has never won a championship,
No, he has not.
played against Bibiani, but hasn't won the belt. This is his second opportunity to win a title, and this is a big thing. He's doing it against his former stablemates in the Shirewolves.
That's right. He has sniffed the belt before, and there's a lot of belts on stage to smell currently. And very interesting with the Odd Couple is that they actually have a manager here today, and that is all because Mark Riley was not able to take the W. Are you shushing me?
I'm not shushing
Is that who
you.
you're shushing?
No, I'm
I was
trying
about to make a point about the manager,
Sorry.
Roxy. She had a slap in Chicago. Guy's shushing me like I don't know what I'm talking about. Roxy is here today.
Not shushing you, but maybe I should. That's right. Roxy is here, and Roxy, the spotlight, as much as Roxy Stryer likes to say, "Oh, it's not about me," unlike what Dagnino says, it's not about me. She sure has made it about herself.
Enjoys attention.
Over the last month or so, and the spotlight has been on her, and she was suspended, and because Jeff Snyder beat Mark Riley, she is allowed to be here today. So she wants to see it, and the Odd Couple has said as much, that Roxy Stryer has helped them become a better team. I don't care how good of a team they are, though, and they are a great team. And Jeff Snyder is trying to become the first person ever to win the title twice with two separate teams.
Yeah.
They're staring against quite possibly one of the best teams we've ever seen here, if not the best we've ever seen in the Shirewolves.
The very best.
Rachel Cushing is considered as one of the overall, as far as knowledge, one of the best we've ever seen, right? Clark Wolf is a legend, has been in many incredible matches, and is one of the best we have ever seen.
Outside
These two ladies' knowledge, I don't
And yet
know
somehow
there's
hasn't
been a
played
team
Roca
as
yet,
strong
which
as
is
the Shirewolves,
crazy.
and they play so well together. It's an intimidating sight.
Yeah,
It
their
just
chemistry is
happened.
off the charts, and it's
You know,
easy to get lost
Sam,
in all the hubbub
Levine,
and all the hoopla. The
please
hype.
just
The Shirewolves
put them
are
together
what's
in a match.
driving this match
I don't
because
care
they're
how.
greatness that we
Please,
start to
Sam,
take for
just
granted.
do
They're
us all
like
a
a Tim
favor.
Duncan, the San Antonio
Clark,
Spurs, to
Roca.
Roxy Strauss' chagrin. They
Make it
are the
happen.
New England Patriots of this league.
Yes,
we
please.
We had a team Patriots. They won a lot of championships. The Shirewolves are the new Patriots in town.
Well, a lot of people are going to be glued to their televisions
Shush.
watching.
Got you back.
You got me. Glued to their televisions watching this, and I know that we have a lot to say about it, but the competitors, they had a lot to say about it.
Of course, they have a lot to say about it.
Labyrinth.
They have 6 straight victories, 2 title defenses, and now they stare down that potential winner in Chicago.
Snyder's the nuts.
So after the Chicago event, I was really excited for the Odd Couple to win. Jeff and Mark played an incredible match. We've always said we want to go up against the best, and right now the Odd Couple is the best team out there, so that's what we're going to play.
And we couldn't have done it without the support of our manager, Roxy Stryer.
Here we are about to play the Shirewolves. Thank you so much to my man Jeff for allowing me to be here by taking that fossil out. You're about to be a first-time belt holder, long overdue, the first person to win the belt twice on 2 different teams. Maybe the 2 best players of all time standing right here.
Your former teammate, Mark Andreco.
It's really fun, the notion of
I mean,
playing
she's
Mark
gotta hype up her
Andreco
own
because he is our
team.
former
That's what you
stablemate.
gotta
We
do.
think that he's
True,
one of the
but-
most underappreciated competitors
But-
in this league. We cannot
Their
believe that he
their
hasn't
opponents
had a
today
belt yet.
Today
Have-
is
Like I said,
emotional and
most
painful.
confident.
I'm
They're the most
playing with
confident
a former
opponents the
stablemate as my
Shirewolves
new
have faced.
partner. I'm playing against other former stablemates who are 2 of my dearest
Shirewolves
friends who I
don't
consider
have just
like
the team
sisters.
belts.
And
They also have
I'm
the Interdeacon
don't want
belts.
to be the
So
guy
it's
that's
kind
been
of,
almost the winner for
daunting.
the rest of my life. I would like a belt
Self-belief
just
is a
briefly,
powerful
just once,
weapon.
just for a little bit.
But
That's
his
true.
company, I think, is less interesting.
Keep Snyder in check.
Does she think I'm an actual wizard?
This has been a journey. Many months in the making, ever since I heard Mark Andreco's name called out and found out that we'd be paired together for this corruption tournament.
Jeff Snyder, who is always a loose cannon, and Roxy, who we're friends with, we know, but has done some, let's say, questionable things recently.
Boom!
No, this is not about me today. yes, I want this as well, but they have been working tirelessly to get this, and they just want it more.
None of that matters to us. We block all of that out. We're here to play trivia, slapping and antics aside. This is about movie trivia, and we're going to keep these belts.
I have been the goofball. You've seen me in a pink wig. You've seen me goofing around. Let me tell you something. You're not going to see a smile on my face until Christian Harloff says, and the new champion at the end of this match.
That Scream
okay?
Queen's entrance was terrifying.
Snyder with my former
where he just wore a mask on top of a mask with a hat.
And his former teammate with
what the hell, man?
And they won that time. And I know that he's looking to make history today, but you know, I think everybody is looking to make history
Absolutely.
today.
We've made history, and the point is to keep making history. And Snyder wants to win the belt with 2 different partners. I mean, there's a ton at stake today.
I am Keanu Reeves. I am Denzel Washington. I am Nicole Kidman. Today, I am the Watcher.
Do you remember the Titans?
I am the Equalizer. And I am the Destroyer. And today, I'm going to destroy her.
Today, the team belts are on the line. We have defended them twice. We're going to defend them again. The Odd Couple, you guys are a great team. We respect your trivia. We don't respect the antics.
We're not interested in the shenanigans. We just kind of want to play the game and keep the belts.
Shirewolves, it's been nice to see you guys on top, but your time is over. My boys are going to take you out, and the Odd Couple is going to win this title today.
I'm hungry, and wolf meat's on the menu.
Pretty sure wolves are an endangered species, so I would probably call PETA if you decide to eat anyone.
Look,
Case does not want to
Shirewolves,
respond to that
calm and
joke.
collected, said we are just
I'm just
here
thinking
to
about the South
play
Park
the
episode
game.
with
No
Vito.
shenanigans, no slaps, nothing. We are just
hilarious.
here to play the game and win and be the champions we are. And Draco says as much. He's nervous. His nerves are there, but
Ooh,
because
that's a good
he
match.
respects these ladies. He's seen them. He's also seen
My
some of
money's
their,
on Inky in the
their
brain.
abilities as far as the studied with them before. Roxy Strider saying this is the day the Shirewolves fall and the Odd Couple
I'm not
will
gonna
take the
lie. If
belts.
that
And
actually
Jeff
does
Snyder
happen, though, I'm gonna
is
die
all
from
about
laughter.
destiny. He wants those team titles, but again, not an easy task here as they stare over at the Shirewolves, who are aiming for their 3rd title defense. Only one other team had over 2 title defenses in team history.
And
Can you
that
guess
would
who
be
that is?
the Jeff Snyder and the JTE.
Correct.
That would be the original Patriots. Very interesting backstory here with Mark Andreyko. Maybe he does have some sort of inside knowledge coming from
Scooter
former
accident
Fight Club and
prone,
now coming over
Ecuadorian
to
film
the Odd Couple.
reviewer,
Is that going to be the difference
Joshua
here today, or will Rachel and Clark Wolf continue their reign on top of the team division?
Well, here is the tail of the tape. You start with the Odd Couple. Musicals is a big strength. Oscars are a big
Wait,
strength.
where's the graphic?
This is mostly a Jeff Snyder trait. Annoying people. That's a big trait. It's a
Yeah,
big trait.
yeah, they're very good
someone-
at getting under the
someone
skin.
forgot to put it in.
He's good at slapping.
Editor!
Yes, but also notable accomplishments for this team.
What have they done?
They
Oh.
have
Here
already have 4
Okay.
victories. They were quarterfinalists
Oh.
in the
Better
tournament
than
last
usual.
year.
Okay.
And between Jeff Snyder and
No,
Mark
no one's
and
gonna recognize
Draco,
my fun. Whatever.
They have over 10 title matches in their repertoire.
And they got a big W in a live setting. Almost 1,000 people watching them take the W in Chicago.
And now you have the Shirewolves. Strengths are horror films, fantasy, sci-fi, and really elaborate costumes. Did you know
Their
that?
entrances
Yes,
are
they do.
so
Very.
their belts are already out,
Very.
so I'm interested to see what they're bringing to the desk.
But notable accomplishments for the champions are second team in
Notable
history to go
accomplishments.
6-0. They already have 2 title defenses, and between the two of them, 10
double
title
champion
matches
on the
between
team.
both Clark
Yep.
Wolf and Rachel Cushing.
Yeah, you know, you're throwing a lot of math at me.
Yeah.
I just know that both teams are really good at movie trivia, and we're about to see who's the
Very,
best 5-round
very
epic
good.
clash.
Are you
Ah.
ready to go?
That sounded like I was prepared.
All right, shush.
They're not that good.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the
Movie Trivia Schmoedown! Yeah!
Championship atmosphere.
5 rounds for
Little
the
weaker than
Movie
normal, but-
Trivia Schmoedown Team Championship of the world. First, the challengers. Led to the ring by their manager, Roxy Strider, with a record of 4 wins. Mark, the Android and Draco, and Jeff the Insnider Snyder, the #1 contenders, the
Roxy leading her boys into
What the hell?
Look at
Okay.
Snyder.
Uh-oh.
And Snyder. I don't know what.
Snyder's lucky robe.
Jeff Snyder.
I don't know what we're looking at here.
Jeff Snyder, look at that. That is a
He
creepy,
took the glasses off.
image.
Is he going to keep the mask
Shirt
on?
says
I feel like
Wolf
that's how he showed
Crusher,
up to a
I
bar
think.
on Friday
Is he-
night.
That
Is he
really
gonna
does
keep
look
the
like
mask
Snyder's
on during this
evening
match?
wear on the weekends.
I think he might. I kind of want him to.
Or-
Watch him get hot and sweaty under those lights very quickly. Oh,
With a record of 6 wins, no defeats, they are the 2000.
was this filmed before or after the finale?
Of the year,
Probably after.
and the reigning, defending, undisputed, undefeated movie trivia Schmoedown team champions of the world, Rachel the Crusher
This is just one of the most addictive
Cushing,
theme songs
Classy
ever.
Clark Wolf,
Yes.
the
Every single
Shirewolves. Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
Having
Nice.
a little
Nice.
team.
Nice.
Jon Snow
Oh,
action.
she's Brienne.
Oh no, the sword's coming out.
Yes, and my daughter is losing her mind on the sidelines.
The sword has come out,
Oh,
and
yeah.
she aims it right at the odd couple. You talk about a slap being violent. How
Yep.
about a
At least
sword?
Cushing looks like
Wow.
Brienne.
That's what.
I think she's trying to be
What
Brienne,
an
yeah.
amazing
I'm
intro.
not sure
And Christian, you
who
look at
Clark
all
is,
the
but
belts up
maybe
there. You
Arya.
look at the incredible
Jon Snow.
introduction by the Shire
As I
Wolves.
say,
I think
Clearly
Arya.
dresses Game of Thrones characters. Meanwhile, Mark
Jon Snow has
Andreyko
different
looks like
clothing.
the PA who left a Starbucks cup on the set accidentally.
Fair enough.
Very true. All right, Mark. As
Yes,
the
I remember
challengers
hearing about
have
that.
Sat, the champions have sat, and we are ready for our 5-round epic championship clash. Please tell us the rules for round number 1.
In round number 1, the
All right, y'all
field
know
of
Casey's joke.
competitors
Chris is going to do
hear
really
8
well. We're
questions
going to
from
suck,
8
but
different
Casey's probably going
corners
to suck
of the
less
movie trivia
because this is
Schmoedown
regular
Galaxy.
movies.
This is a team format.
Now,
However, round number 1
there
is
has
an
been one
individual
instance
exercise.
in
Do
recent
not rely
memory
on the knowledge
where
of
I've
your
actually
teammate
beaten
to
Chris.
help you through round
So
number
that can
1.
actually
Once
happen,
we ask a question,
but it probably
please write
won't.
down your best attempt at the answer on the whiteboard in front of you. Once we address you by name after about 15 seconds, we're going to ask you to show what you wrote on the whiteboard to your camera.
Also, I
At
wasn't
the
going
same
to
time,
say
you
anything.
verbalize your answer.
Chris is trying to
into
become
the
one with his
microphone.
marker.
Each point that you accrue will be added to your team's
I
total.
am.
No, see, if I was
Marker.
trying to do that, I'd have
No
the
penalty
end
for
point
missing a question,
at my
and there's no
nose to get
stealing
high.
In round number 1, I'll remind each team.
You went
have
there, I
3
didn't.
usages of the JTE rule throughout the 5-round match. If you need to repeat a question, didn't hear it right, or you just want to buy yourself some time.
And here, guys,
use a
put in the
JTE
comment
rule.
section
You
if
also
you
each
ever
have one
accidentally
challenge
snipped a
to use
marker
as a
and got,
team
like,
at any
you know,
point
euphoric
during
feeling from
the
it.
5 rounds. Christian, please wake up and start the match.
Nope, I'm up.
You can ask us about it on the Who Cares Anyway podcast later on tonight
No,
during the
this video-
AMA section.
But this video will probably be up after that.
Challengers, are you ready?
Yep.
Then let's get
Get
ready to
Schmoedown!
Ba-da-ba-da.
Round number 1. All right, let's get the audience to relax.
Decorum!
All right.
Decorum.
All right, here we go.
Pretty sure that was
Category
Harloff's
of
daughter.
Action adventure.
It was.
Which film released in the year 2000 stars Chow Yun-fat and Michelle Yeoh?
Hey, you remember this bit?
Fuck, I think I should know this.
One of the true
Easily
movies
right.
that definitely should have won Best
Absolutely.
Picture.
All right, we
Good
know who
stuff.
it's from.
Yeah, the audience may not
Well,
get
then
it,
they
you know?
should.
Oh,
5,
then I know.
4,
Uh,
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Clark Wolf.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yes, Mark Andreyko.
Ah, damn it.
I only wrote down
And
Crouch.
Snyder.
If
I'm
you,
not
if you,
gonna-
if you
I'm
had
not
used
gonna-
repeat, you would have
No,
finished
I'm
it.
not
So
going to count
You
it
gotta
because
wonder
you
if
gave me the
robbing
hint.
that gas station on the
Oh,
way
wow.
in
I got
is
it.
gonna pay off for
I got
Jeff
it.
Snyder.
All right,
I
next
wouldn't
one.
have gotten it at all.
Your next question comes in the world of horror/thriller. And your query is, Jamie Lee Curtis has appeared in how many films in the Halloween franchise?
20 seconds, Nancy.
Now, I guess it's like...
This is going to be a complete guess.
We have a new Halloween. I don't know what's going on with... Are the other Halloween... Do they all count?
I don't
no?
think so.
I have pure guess. I'm not sure, but
The
I
answer
have
is
to guess.
none of them count.
5,
None of the movies.
4, 3, 2.
Like those Ewok.
Thank God I love these
Pens
movies.
down. Mark
Is it
Andreyko.
3?
5.
Yes. Rachel.
Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection, and Halloween
Mark Andreyko,
2018.
get it. 3 to 2. 3 to 2. All right, next question.
Sorry, I know this way too well.
Dramas. Dramas.
Excuse me.
Dramas. Name one of the 2 main stars of the 2001 film Hardball about Little League Baseball.
Well, I know one of them because we actually had a show about this
Were you? I hit a lot of
actor
home runs.
/ actress
around the base,
a few months back.
Christian, I knocked the ball over the fence.
Oh, good. 5.
Things are falling in the studio, and it's scaring Christian to death.
2, 1. Pens down, please. And Rachel
Keanu
Cushing.
Reeves.
Keanu Reeves?
Yes.
Are
Snyder.
you kidding me?
Yeah, that's
That was
correct.
a pure guess.
Snyder. Yes.
Keanu
Clark.
Reeves.
Clark.
Keanu Reeves.
Yes, and Mark.
Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Clark
All
is so far
Christian,
perfect.
Pure luck, yes. You know, Christian, sometimes you got to be really good, and occasionally you get lucky.
All right, next question.
It is from the world of animated movies. These are movies drawn by hand or on a computer. Your question. Anne Hathaway voiced a bird by the name of Jewel in what 2011 animated film? Fun fact, Jewel.
Okay, let's see here.
of a pop star
Animated movies with birds in them. I have a bit of a guess. Let's hope it's correct.
Exactly.
5, 4.
I think I'm wrong though.
3, 2, 1. Pens down.
Is it
please.
Rio?
Snyder.
Rio.
Rio?
Yes.
It is.
Clark.
Boom.
Yep. Mark Andrejko. And
Rio.
there you go. I believe Clark, Wolf, and Andrejko are both perfect right now.
They have 2 perfect games. Rachel Cushing and Jeff Snyder have both blinked, but every competitor playing well.
Oscar movies is your next category. Oscar movies. Clint Eastwood received the Best Director nomination for which 2006 war film?
Son of a bitch, I'm never making this mistake again.
Smells like. I'm going to go with sandalwood and whiskey.
Coho,
Yeah, that's not a smell.
Eat it.
Literally not a smell.
eat it.
5, 4,
Because you maybe missed the point for missing us.
1. Pens down, please. And Clark Wolf.
Letters
from
from
Iwo Jima?
Yes.
Iwo
Mark
Jima.
Andrejko.
Oh.
I said letters to Iwo Jima.
Oh, we can't count that.
Can't accept it.
Rachel.
Letters from Iwo Jima.
Yes. And Snyder.
Letters from Iwo Jima.
Yes. Okay. So
Clark still
Shirewolves
perfect.
take a 2-point lead here now. Clark Wolf is the only one who is still perfect.
Damn.
That's how
Coho.
close this match could be. It just comes down to a simple word. Next question comes to the world of comedies. And your question. 1985's Spies Like Us starred Chevy Chase and which other Saturday Night Live
I was going to say,
alum?
if you think of the episode of Family Guy
Championship match later in round.
that had both
Oh,
of them,
crap.
Each other out, flicking
Crap.
5,
Shoot, I do remember that episode.
3.
Who was the other guy? Do it.
Mark Andrejko.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yes. Rachel Cushing.
Fuck.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yes. Snyder.
Dan Aykroyd.
And Clark Wolf.
Dan Aykroyd.
Clark Wolf still perfect. 6 questions in, and Clark Wolf has not missed.
All right, 11-9. Shirewolves with
Yeah,
a
it's a
2-point
title
lead.
match,
Next
alright.
one, number 7, fantasy/sci-fi. Fantasy/sci-fi. In 1986's Short Circuit.
No,
plays
no,
Stephanie
no.
Speck,
What the
who's the
fuck?
woman who befriends Johnny Fine.
Ask me what I think about Short Circuit.
Do you like Short Circuit?
Hated it.
No, you didn't.
Hate it.
Oh, I love that movie.
I find
5.
that
This isn't
robot
right.
endlessly annoying.
You have no soul. You're rotten.
I haven't a
5,
fucking clue.
4,
I know this isn't right.
3,
No,
2,
no, no.
1. Pens down.
Is it Leah
and Rachel
Thompson?
Cushing.
Karen Allen.
No. Jeff Snyder.
Leah Thompson.
No. Clark Wolf.
Kim Cattrall.
No. And Andrejko. Yes.
Oh, and Draco got it.
10. Clark
No
Wolf misses the
perfect
first
round.
question,
Oh.
And it is 11-10.
But what a great walk down 80s actress memory lane that was.
Yeah.
They're going to be doing The Golden Girls as a movie with these four.
I felt like I was watching a pitch meeting for Short Circuit and a bunch of executives saying which actress they'd like in the
Perfect
film.
round is now off the table as we get to our last question here in round number 1.
This is in the world of new releases. These are movies that have been recently released in a theater. And your question, which actress co-stars as a character named Detroit in 2018's Sorry to Bother You?
I don't watch new
Shit.
releases
Shit.
I believe it's
I-
right.
anymore.
Actually,
This
Wow.
film got so much,
Collider too long ago.
was
Love?
given so much praise, and I didn't see it.
Is that the dog
Damn
dropping the
it.
bacon?
4. No, the dog
Yeah.
dropped the bacon. 3.
Yeah.
2.
See, I watch the show.
I know you do. 1. You were on the show. when
Tessa
it happened.
Thompson?
Pens down. And Jeff Snyder.
I'm off today. Tessa Thompson.
That's correct. Clark.
Tessa Thompson.
Yes. And Draco.
Tessa Thompson.
And Rachel.
I'm in.
Didn't have it. Tie
Oh,
game.
tie game.
Tie game. 12-12. 12-12. Clark Wolf having a
Mark, say
phenomenal round there. 7
That's
points.
right.
Let's stay there, sir.
And now we get to round number 2, which will be
Ooh,
the
boy.
wheel round. Mark, how's that go?
In round number 2, this is the wheel round. The wheel of fate, doom,
Bon
and
appetit.
justice. On the wheel is 12. Yes, I said 12 wheel slices from 12
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Nico Ravioli.
There is no opponent's choice today. There's no spinner's choice today.
Gee.
Here's how round number 2 works. Each team gets
It's not like I haven't been hearing that joke since grade school.
Mulligan, which is golf for do-over. At that point, you
Try
We've never made it on this channel yet, so it was long overdue.
Here, Nico. Try being called Pillsbury Dough Bitch for 10 years and then come talk to me, all right?
In round number 2. So if you're not sure of an answer, ask us for multiple
Wow.
choice. We'll give you 4 options, which is the correct answer at that point.
It's already a tough
Question
nickname
goes
without
up
the
to
bitch
1
thrown
to
in
round
there.
number 2, so the teammates may confer on each
Kids
and
are
every
cruel.
question
Yes.
prior to answering.
Yes,
Once again,
they
you have
are.
15
Yes, they are.
seconds to get that. Now the Shirewolves are tied with the Odd Couple, Christian, but because the Shirewolves are the
Hey, you know what,
favorites,
guys?
they
Leave in the
brought all that
comments
nice
what
jewelry
mean
to the
nicknames
stage.
were you called in
You have the option
childhood.
to spin the wheel, or
I'm
you may
kidding.
defer
Please don't
to
do
the Odd
that.
Couple. What do you feel like?
We will defer.
They're going to defer. All right, the challengers will
Defer.
spin first.
Interesting.
Both of
Okay.
the teams have their JTE rules, all 3.
All right, good.
Here
No
comes
spinners in
Steve, and
opponent's
Drake
choice,
almost spins the wheel
Of course
right off
not.
that.
so
And
no
here
one
we go.
can claim that
Oh,
crap.
also
feels
making a
like,
cameo.
Luna!
Something, oh, look at this. Dramas.
Drama.
Dramas.
That would be dramas.
Dramas,
is the first
dramas.
category here.
Like this match?
Yeah.
Take this. They work very well together in that
If I'm up
Chicago
there,
event.
honestly, I think I'd take it.
Their manager, Roxy Schreiber,
Yeah, they
coming
really
in.
did. Roxy trying to help
I
the
won't,
team out.
but it's up to
Oh, look,
them.
Roxy's got the coffee cup
Then
from
again-
King of Thrones.
Roxy getting out of the way as the
This
Drake goes
wheel
spin.
is sponsored by our Schmoedown patron, Justin Roby. How about a hand for Justin Roby? As the wheel goes round
That's a
and
name I
round.
have not heard.
Where's it gonna
We
go?
also
No.
have Brad Pitt in 2000s.
Oh, mixed bag.
Not Brad Pitt or
Anything.
2000s, although a
Literally
Brad Pitt or 2000s
anything.
question could be
It
inside
could
mixed
be
bag,
anything.
Christian.
Mixed bag.
That's right. We have a Julia Roberts slice on there. There's also a Patreon slice. So if somebody spins Julia Roberts, we'll say the name of that patron. But once again, Justin Roby, thank you for all your support. If you want to have your name mentioned in an upcoming championship match, check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon today.
All right, mixed bag is
Mixed bag.
spun. They will get 6 questions inside of this category.
What have we got?
Mixed bag. Here
what
we
have
go.
we got?
Who was the star of the westerns Big Jake, Chisholm, and Cahill U.S. Marshal?
I know John Wayne was in Cahill U.S. Marshal.
5.
I just can't remember if he was in
Is it
Chisholm.
A. Robert Mitchum, B. Kirk Douglas, C. Burt
I'd
Lancaster,
just say John
D.
Wayne,
John
fuck it.
Wayne.
Go with John Wayne.
5.
I think you're
John
right.
Wayne?
For 1 point.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty good guess if you're talking about Western.
My dad's
Name
literal
the
middle name, John
1950s
Wayne.
movie with the characters Eddie Doyle, Johnny Friendly, Father
Oh,
Barry,
it's on the
and
waterfront. Come
Charlie
on.
Malloy.
It's like one of the best movies ever made. I could have been somebody. I could
5,
have been a contender.
4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
Is it? A. Rebel
This
Without
is
a Cause,
killing them.
From Here to Eternity, On the Waterfront, Anatomy of a Murder.
Can you repeat the things once
Yep.
more?
A. Rebel Without a Cause. B. From Here to Eternity. C. On the Waterfront. D. Anatomy of a Murder. 5.
On the waterfront.
For 1 point.
There they go.
Question
Okay.
3.
Well
In
done.
which 80s teen drama will you find some teenagers playing chicken on a couple of tractors?
Footloose.
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay.
If you're going to play Tractor Chicken at home, kick off your Sunday
Mark
shoes.
does love his musicals and dance movies.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
It
Next
does.
question. This is question number 4.
Yes.
In 1997 Starship Troopers, who
Ooh.
plays the physically gifted Colonel Carl Jenkins, who leads the military intelligence effort against the bugs?
Michael Ironside.
Neil Patrick Harris.
For 2 points.
Oh,
Yep,
never
that's a
mind.
good
Never
guess.
mind.
Yep. All right, here is
Oh,
number 5.
mentally strong. God damn it. Yeah, that's right.
Number 5.
Listen to the
I
whole.
In
thought
Finding
Ironside
Neverland.
misses an arm.
Who plays
That's right. Yep.
theater producer Charles Frohman?
Multiple choice.
A. Dustin Hoffman. B.
No.
Ian McKellen.
No.
C. Donald Sutherland. D. Johnny Depp.
It's either McKellen or Sutherland.
Dustin Hoffman.
For 1 point.
Never mind.
All
All
right,
right.
they
Okay.
needed to rely multiple
Okay.
choice a fair amount in mixed
this
bag,
is
which is what you
not
expect in
going
this
well.
category, but they're getting a lot of questions correct.
All right, here is the last
Well, they're
question for
getting
you
the
guys.
answers
Here's
right.
the last
It's taking
question
them
for you guys in
that's
chances,
true,
but
but
We're just
They're
used to
going
we're just used to them
Last
like
question
running
for
to
you
a
guys in mixed bag.
category.
yeah, usually yes.
Which year saw the release of Speed?
1994.
Starring Keanu Reeves.
That's an easy one, at least. If you go multiple choice.
4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
First one. Which year?
Oh, come on.
Not everyone knows release dates like us, Case.
For you.
4, 3, 2.
1995.
Oh! Steal for 2 points.
Oof.
Big steal.
1994.
That's
Yeah.
correct. That is a
Yeah.
big steal.
That's done.
All right.
That's
So
done.
mixed bag doesn't do the odd couple what they want, and now the Shirewolves will have a chance here to spin and get themselves up on the board as Clark Wolf, the
That
classy
was
one.
very rough.
The odd couple doing
Whoa,
fine.
look at that spin by the Wolf.
That is a very
Damn.
Jon Snow level. It's a Mother of Dragons kind of spin. And round it goes. If it hits Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts,
Is
yeah,
Julia
she'll
Roberts,
take.
they're going to keep it.
No?
They're spinning
Spinning
away
away.
from America's
Okay.
sweetheart.
Wow.
How is the wheel going to take that? Clark Wolf giving the wheel something to think about.
And
on
for
the
whatever
way back.
reason,
ready to
Chance
kill the White
Ellison
Walker
breathed a
with
sigh of relief.
And here is the spin. What's it going to
Yes.
land?
That's true.
It's looking like it could be Ron Howard.
Ron Howard.
Ooh,
Beloved
okay.
director.
Ron Howard it is.
Well, we get a
Let's
solo.
go, Rush.
The Wolves will
Let's get a
Ron
solo question in
Howard.
there.
6 questions inside. Here we go. Ron Howard.
Rush, Apollo
Ron
13.
Howard. He was a child
Not
actor.
any of the Robert Langdon
And he started
films,
directing
please.
movies. We're probably going to be asking you mostly about the movies. Your question, your first one. In A Beautiful Mind,
I haven't
what
seen
Ivy League school did John Nash attend?
Because I refuse to go
Multiple
back to
choice.
this movie.
Provide that. Is it A, Yale, B, Princeton, C, Harvard, or D, Columbia?
Oh, fuck it. Princeton, why not?
Princeton.
Give him a point.
Hey!
All right.
They're within 4 points of the odd couple here, Christian. 5 questions left to go. Your next one, again, this is in the world of Ron Howard. Question is, who plays Mel Gibson's wife in the Ron Howard crime thriller Ransom?
Renee
Renee
Russo.
Give me back
2
my
points.
son.
That's right.
Frigga!
For 2 points, and now that pulls them to within 2 of the odd couple's lead. Here we go with your third question. A young Irish couple flee to the States.
Christian is looking around like he's going to get stabbed by someone jumping out behind him.
It is far
Finally.
and away, but that is not the case with the lead.
Like he's like seriously
The
paranoid.
odd couple who now see it dwindle to
Well,
a
he's got a
tie,
little one
tied here
running
at
around.
19. And your next question, in the world of Ron Howard movies, In the Heart of the Sea, author Herman Melville is played
Brendan
by
Gleeson.
which actor?
No.
Oh, no.
Ben Whishaw.
It's Ben Whishaw, yes.
5.
That's true.
I don't know either of those two people.
3.
Multiple choice.
You do, actually.
Multiple choice options
You should.
are, is it A, Chris Hemsworth, B,
It's
Brendan Gleeson, C,
fine.
Cillian Murphy, or D, Ben Whishaw?
This movie blew.
5. 4.
Brendan Gleeson?
That is incorrect for a 1-point
Oh,
steal.
that is.
Oh wait, is he related
They
to
have the lead
Domhnall?
again. The odd couple steals the
No.
point. Jeff Snyder picks up the Ben Whishaw steal. 20-19
But
right now.
Brendan
The odd
Gleeson
couple.
plays Mad-Eye Moody in the Harry Potter series.
Back to
Oh,
the
okay.
Shirewolves for your Ron Howard question. This is your penultimate.
And Ben
one.
Whishaw is the new Q
Round number
in
2.
James Bond.
Who plays Russell Crowe's wife, May, in Cinderella Man?
Oh, they know it.
Renee Zellweger.
Give him 2 points and the lead.
More question?
4.
Taking the lead outright.
5. Is that question 5?
That was question number 5. One more question to go here.
Come on.
Shire
3-point
Wolves, you now have a 1-point advantage over the odd couple. And your last question in round number 2. In Ron Howard's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, who played
directed that
Martha
movie?
May
Yes, he
Hoover,
did.
the woman whom the Grinch was in
Martha-
love with?
Oh, damn. I know her face.
I might be able to know it.
Your multiple choice options are, is it A, Mary Steenburgen,
No.
B, Christine Baranski,
Maybe.
C, Molly Shannon,
No.
or D, Sybil Shepherd?
I think it's Molly Shannon.
No, because she's the mom.
I think it's B.
5.
It's either Baranski or Shepard.
4. 3.
Mary Steenburgen?
That is incorrect for a
Oh.
1-point steal, and
Oh.
to tie the game
If they
once
steal
again,
it, it's once again
at the end of
tied.
round 2. Can the
Thank
odd
you
couple
for
come up
repeating
with
what
your
Mark
options? A,
Ellis
Mary
just said.
Steenburgen,
Oh,
B, Christine Baranski, C, Molly Shannon, or
Shut
D,
up.
Sybil Shepherd?
Christine Baranski?
We are tied.
Oh,
damn!
Number 3.
Oh boy.
The odd couple, 2 steals. There is multiple choice, so it's just 1 point apiece, but still an incredible performance by both teams. They're really gritting it out here. Christian.
This is where
the
things are going to get
championship
real
slobber
interesting
knocker
as
that
we
want.
head into the
All right,
betting
so
round.
now we get into
Yeah,
round
betting
number 3,
round.
Mark.
I
That's the
have
betting
only
round.
1 point
How does
to
that
bet.
go?
The betting round is the round where you bet.
Ah,
Points,
that's
not money, of
pathetic.
course. You can bet up to 3 points. You can wager as little as 0 points. The Shirewolves are going to be spinning the wheel, and whatever category that lands on, one question will be asked to the field. As soon as they select the category, each team is going to decide how many points they want to wager from 0 to 3. Clark Wolf, at your ready.
There's the spin.
All right.
I don't think I've ever seen a better wheel spinning performance than what Clark Wolf just gave us.
Clark's been spinning the wheel like
that's the thing. Like, she used to be afraid of it.
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts it is. So now
gotta work those triceps for the wheel. Gotta work those triceps.
I would love to bet 1 point, but I don't remember.
You know what? Julia Roberts, it's a sponsored slice of Jacob Blunden. How about a hand?
Hey!
Congratulations, Jacob. Thanks for being a member of the Movie Trivia.
In honor of Jacob Blunden, I will bet 1 point.
We have got our points from both the challengers. Here
I'm betting.
Our question.
Who took a selfie with Miss Roberts at the 2018 Critics' Choice Awards?
Here we go. All right.
Christian.
That's not the question.
No, I got it. Here we go. Here's the question. What does Julia Roberts' character teach in the film Larry Crown?
I've only seen this movie once. God damn it.
Wow. Deep cut for the championship match.
Yeah.
Yes.
5, 4.
I know
3,
this is wrong. I don't
2,
care.
1 pens down.
Biology.
How many points?
3.
And you took?
Government.
It's incorrect. And how many points?
We bet 2.
And?
English.
The answer was speech. Both got it wrong.
Speech class.
But we still only one
Speech
point.
class.
Shirewolves challenge.
Right, here we go. So
challenge. Depending on the curriculum, English and speech can be the same thing.
Round mark. The Shire will see themselves with a 1 point lead here going into the speed round. How does that
Speech
go?
is how
In
to
round
speak.
number 4, this
English
is the lightning round, the
is
speed
how to
round.
write.
This is
Or
where
unless
points
she
can be
teaches
won
like a
or
speech
lost
club, which
based on
is
how quick
essentially
a
acting.
competitor or team
Yeah,
can be
but
on the buzzer, and
there's
whether they
definitely
can
a
back
difference.
that quickness up with movie trivia know-how. 5 questions are asked in the speed round. As soon as you think you know the answer, a team may buzz in. Now, it's a team buzzing in, that's who you're playing for, but it's an individual exercise. So as soon as you buzz in, I will address the competitor by name. Once I say your first name, you have exactly 2 seconds to give us your best attempt at an answer. If your answer is correct,
And also,
within 2
make
seconds,
sure
you
it's
gain a
green.
point for your squad.
Make sure
If your answer
Make sure
is
it's
either
green,
incorrect
make sure
or
that
you
your
do not
name
get
is
the correct answer
called.
within 2 seconds, you lose a point. For your
And,
squad.
and hosts, make sure you call them by their first names, not by their
Champions, are you ready?
nicknames, so they don't
Yeah,
get
and,
confused.
make sure that they can hear
Here we
it.
go. Which drama stars the following stars? Ron Rifkin, Guy Pearce, Danny DeVito. Mark.
LA Confidential.
Yes.
Oh.
Damn.
We're now tied at 19.
Well done.
In Clue, who plays Wadsworth?
Tim Curry.
Rachel.
Tim Curry.
Yes.
Okay.
Legend.
Who plays Ruth Bader Ginsburg in Mark?
Felicity Jones.
Nope.
Crap.
Sorry.
Oh.
What was the answer?
Ugh.
The answer is Felicity Jones.
Felicity.
Next question.
Damn.
Who plays the character of Jackie Robinson in 42?
Chadwick
Mark.
Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last question here.
Okay.
Who directed The Adventures of
Steven
Tintin?
Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg.
Tie game.
Damn!
Oh.
Coming
game.
back.
Wow.
2 rounds. It
Oh,
was
God.
tied going in. We're tied
Good
coming out.
God.
This is
What?
what the kids pay
Yeah.
for, even though I believe you can watch this match for free on YouTube. It is
Chris,
20-20.
do you
The
think we
Shire
might
Wolves
use these
proving their
again?
championship.
Later?
This is why they've
I think we're gonna need those
Dude.
again.
If we have to go to sudden death, my God.
There's over 20 minutes left in this video.
Number 5. This is the round that will determine the match unless we go into sudden death. In round number 5, a team. Each team will give us 3 numbers. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. Each number corresponds to a different corner of the movie trivia Schmoedown know-how galaxy. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next one's worth 3 points, and your last one, should we need it, is worth 5 points because this is the team format. Once we give the team
This is what we
category
wanted.
for your
This
2
is a
point
barn
Yes.
burner.
the team will have to
This is what we
determine
wanted.
which competitor on that squad is going to answer that question. You must answer
In the words of
the
Rihanna, baby, this
all
is
on
what you
your
came
lonesome
for.
As a competitor, the
I'm not
opposite
against
teammate
it.
will answer the 3-point question. Again, all on their lonesome. The teams may only confer for the 5-point query.
All right. So with that, the champions will have the first choice. 3 numbers from 1 to 20.
8, 12, and 19.
8, 12, and 19 for the Shire Wolves and for the Odd Couple.
6, 14, and 17.
6, 14, and 17. The Odd Couple will get their 2-pointer first in category number 6. category number 6, and here we go, gentlemen. Disney films. Disney films. Who's going to go with Disney?
And Draco.
I guess me.
Yeah.
Mark Andreyko will go with the 2-pointer.
That was so reluctant.
What is Disney films? What is the name of Aladdin's
Abu.
monkey friend?
Apu.
That's correct.
Wait,
2 points.
wait.
Yes.
Are you kidding me, Clark?
Wait.
No.
Just wait. Just
He
wait.
said Apu.
And that's
Apu. Apu
Yeah.
is incorrect.
Yeah.
Apu is incorrect. The answer is Abu.
Oh.
Abu. Abu. All right.
Abu.
Abu.
And it comes down to a letter,
Oh,
Christian, and we
man.
mentioned this back at the top.
I want to say one thing real quick. I want to thank Mark Andreyko for being
Yes.
honest.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for being honest.
And Christian, we talked about this. It comes down to one letter sometimes. We mentioned this at the top of the match. Where it
This
can
is
be
where
a word in a
Mark's
movie,
cool
this
is gonna
time
go
there's a
out the
letter and a
window.
name, but that might determine the outcome.
Yeah. All right. So now Jeff Snyder will
Because
get
now
the
he's in his own
3-pointer.
head.
And if he hits
Yeah.
it, then the
Yeah.
Shirewolves will have to answer their questions. But here you go, Jeff. Your 3-point category is musicals. Musicals.
Oh!
Boy.
Oh,
They-
no. It
Oh.
should have been the other way
Sorry.
around.
In La La Land, which classic film do Sebastian and Mia see together?
Fuck.
I'm not remembering. I know it was a
5,
James Dean movie, but that's
4,
one of 3 you could pick from.
3, 2.
Key Largo.
It's incorrect. Looking for Rebel Without a Cause.
Ah.
So now the odd couple have to
Oh,
hit their
right.
5-pointer.
Oh,
If they
boy.
hit the 5-pointer, it will bounce back to the Shirewolves for a chance to win the match. And here we go. Number 17, guys, was your category. Number 17, 70s films. 70s films.
Ugh.
These are the 1970s.
1970s. Here it is. Here it is.
Really?
Which kind of bar were Alex and his 3 droogs sitting at in the beginning of Clark?
So we stopped by the Corova Milk Bar for a milking.
Correct for 5 points.
Okay.
All right.
Answer was
There's
a
still
milk bar.
potential
It
for
was
sudden
performed at the
death
Milk Bar
here.
in San Francisco. Thanks to everybody that came
Yeah,
out. Appreciate
Shirewolves
y'all.
hit 2 and 3 and missed
So now
5.
the Shirewolves,
Or
so now the
what just
Shirewolves
happened
have a
here.
chance to win the
True.
game
Yeah.
if they hit all 3. But we're going to start with the
Ooh.
2-pointer here. We're
That's
gonna
right.
start with
You
the
got to
2-pointer.
build up because they could tie with their 5-pointer, but I think they prefer to get a 2 or a 3-pointer
Right.
as well because then they can win the match outright with their 5-point answer. Shirewolves, you selected number 8 for your 2-point question, and that
One
corresponds
thing is for sure, we're
at
going
the
to the
answer
5-pointer for them.
category
So.
of romance.
Yes.
So Clark Wolf, Rachel Cushing, who would like to field a question in the world of movies, romance?
I'll take it.
Okay.
Rachel Cushing
Okay.
is going to take it for your 2-point question. That is, who directed the film Safety Not Guaranteed?
Colin Trevorrow.
5.
Colin Trevorrow.
Okay.
2 points.
Nice.
All right,
Okay.
so now Clark Wolf has the chance to tie the game.
Come on.
She has the chance to tie the game here with her question, and that is number 14, Mark? So no, it is not. That is number 12. Number
Yes.
12.
All right, Clark. Your team selected number 12, and that corresponds to the world of dramas.
This match.
So you're going to
Yeah.
be asked to answer this question.
Yep.
Yep.
In the world of dramas for 3 points and a tie with the odd couple. In the film Dallas Buyers Club, what actress plays Dr. Eve Sachs, who attempts
Jennifer
to help
Garner.
Ron
Jennifer
with his
Garner.
diagnosis?
Oh, no.
She doesn't know?
5,
She's-
4,
Oh, come on.
3.
Repeat the
Don't
question.
have it.
Doesn't have it.
Ooh.
Jennifer Garner.
All right, so
Okay.
here's where we stand. If the Shirewolves hit the 5-pointer,
No sudden death.
retain the
No
titles.
sudden death.
However, if they miss, the odd couple will
Hey.
win the titles and defend against
This
the
is also
Shirewolves
the
in the
lowest
main event at
scoring
the
title match
Schmoedown
Shirewolves
Collision
have
on
in a
June
long
22nd.
time.
Getting hot in here, is that just me?
So, with
Since
that,
Patriots
Mark,
top 10
number
3.
19, the Wolves took, and that was?
That is going to correspond to the wild, wacky, wonderful world of animated movies.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, please don't be the
Animated
Crudes. Please don't be the Crudes.
In the
The
crew.
question is,
It's not a 5-pointer. Yeah, all right.
I'm not asking. Your question is, in the category number 19, animated movies, what 2 actors voiced the con artists Tulio and Miguel in the DreamWorks film The Road to El Dorado.
Kenneth Branagh, Kevin Kline.
They know. She knows.
You have all 3 repeats. Use them if you need them.
Yeah.
Use them.
4.
Repeat the question.
First one.
Can do that. What 2 voice actors,
I think
what
they
2
know.
actors voice the con artist Tulio and Miguel in the DreamWorks film The Road to
I'm
El
not so
Dorado?
sure.
5, 4, 3.
Brad Pitt and Matt Damon.
And
Shit!
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 And
Oh my God!
Trivia Schmoedown! Team champions of Mark, the Android and Draco, and Jeff Ian Snyder.
Fuck.
The odd couple.
Oh.
Kevin Kline and Kenneth Branagh were the answers. Kevin Kline and Kenneth Branagh. That was certainly a 5-point question. And Christian, it's a pretty classy end of the match here with the odd couple being congratulated by the Shirewolves and vice versa. What a match. Came down to the final question. Could have been anybody's ball game.
It was an amazing match and amazing match back and forth. What a fight, and what a main event for Collider Collision we have now. As Mark
But now we
Draco
get round 2
takes his
at
first
Collision.
championship. Jeff Snyder, the first person to ever win the title
Twice. Yep.
And now what a challenge for the new champions.
And then Draco has a belt.
Draco has the belt finally.
Finally.
You can check that off the list.
The live main event. The Shirewolves get a chance.
Snyder about to cry?
The title twice to take on the odd couple. And wow.
And Draco's
Schreier
definitely going to.
Thrilled that she has just managed the new champions to their title.
And you can check it out at the Schmoedown Collision. That is a
They can't
pay-per-view event
believe
that
it.
you do not want to miss. Now, Christian, that takes place
Wow.
in June. You talk about the
I
match here
can.
today that we just saw. I mean, you look at the guy who he said letters to Iwo Jima, not from Iwo Jima. He said Apu, not Abu. That's how close the match was, yet the odd couple come out on top. I think the Shirewolves are going to be gunning for those belts once again. They are going to be studying with a fervor and a focus, but my hat's off to the odd couple. They really complemented each other's strengths very well today.
Well, think about that. Think about that. The fact that because the Shirewolves have defended the title twice and they have a chance to just take it right back, Rachel Cushing and Clark Wolf could be the first to ever repeat right away. You know, the first team to ever repeat because Jeff Snyder was on a different team.
Right.
But Jeff Snyder is a team champion again, and Mark Andreyko, the long journey has finally concluded.
He gets a belt.
He is finally a champion. Mark Andreyko has won the championship, even though I'm sure a little bittersweet against his old stablemates, but he's done it, and the Shirewolves are ready to play again. But let's talk to Jen Sturger, who's with both the former champions, the Shirewolves, and the new movie
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with The Odd Couple, your new team champions. Reunited and it feels so good, right?
Wow, I have missed this baby. Of course, it's a brand new belt, so I've never actually held this one, but the team belt in general, it is like, it's the best reunion of my life.
Yeah, please don't get that one dirty. This is the first time that you had a belt. I saw you getting a little emotional about it.
I'm shocked. I mean, it's like when people on House Hunters go in and like, I'm not gonna cry because you fixed my bathroom, and they all cry. I feel like that. It was a roller coaster of a match. Each team had really good strengths, and we all missed questions, and it was tough. It was a tough match. It was well fought and well played, and I love Rachel and Clark. So, the part of me is sad, but part of me is like, holy shit. I'm no longer a belt virgin.
So, congratulations.
Well, I don't love Rachel or Clark, but I have to hand it to them because they are definitely two of the best players that the Schmoedown has ever seen.
Oh, absolutely.
Today wasn't so much a victory as it was an escape. Okay, we were lucky to escape the Shirewolves today because I know I didn't play my my best game, and I can't wait for a rematch to show them how good I really am.
Even when you guys landed on mixed bag, which honestly, that can be a landmine, you guys still pulled that out.
Yeah, that category, I didn't realize with mixed bag that you just get the questions, you don't get a category before each question. So that was, it's a very difficult question. I hope it stays on. That should be one that's permanent.
To be fair, mixed bag doesn't come up as often as we think.
Good,
No, that's true.
question. And was tough. This was a tough game.
And Draco gutted it out, though. He gutted out that mixed bag category, and we did just enough at the end of each round to pull it close. Like, it was tied after, like, 3 or 4 of the 5 rounds,
After round 1, after round 2,
yeah,
after round
we blew
4.
that speed question. I'm going to take responsibility for that.
And after
That
round
was
3,
a
there was
4-point
1 point
swing,
between
and that could have cost us the game. But, man, Draco showed up.
And you know what? Apu runs the Quickie Mart. I'm such a dumbass.
It goes to show you that, like Marcella said, one letter can change the entire course of this game. And luckily for you guys,
you know what?
You knew that 5-pointer, and it saved you.
And Clark had that happen before when I was playing her. She said reds too. You know, a letter can change things. So it's the rules, and that was fair. I mean, you know, Christian thanked me, but I'm like, well, I played by the rules.
It was
That's
a good.
I appreciate that, but that's the way the game.
It was a good catch by Clark Wolf, and I'm sorry that I yelled at her as quick as I did because I thought that she was sort of challenging a different part of the answer. But what I have to say before we continue, I have to give it up to our manager, Roxy Stryer, because I got discouraged this game, and she told me keep my head in it. The math still works out. So huge props to Roxy, who did an amazing job today, keeping us focused.
I knew you would
really
get that
appreciate
reference.
that. But this one, you mentioned that we lucked out.
I only performed
and
that
you're giving me
song
credit,
twice
and I
back
do
in the day.
appreciate it, but it was all you guys, and it was not luck. You have worked so hard to earn this.
It was a little
right
bit of
before
luck,
the
I
match,
think.
and Draco looked at me and said, "It's not that I deserve this. I just feel like I've earned it, and you guys have. You earned it. To be the first person to win on 2 different teams is a huge success. You're going down in Schmoedown history. and Draco, this has been a long time coming, and I could not be more proud of you guys. This was not luck.
By the way, Snyder is the team player with the most amount of team titles without a single title.
Yes, he
definitely,
is.
You guys pulled it out
That's
today.
weird.
You guys really did perform
Kind
super
of.
well.
Gutsy win.
Had to throw that one in there, yep.
And I would like to say one last thing. I hope the fans enjoyed this match as much as we did.
Oh,
this
yeah.
was
Yes.
a nail biter. I can only
Oh,
imagine
And we
what it
get
was
it
like.
again.
There were times when we were behind and getting discouraged and
Sure.
playing. I think it was great to watch all 4 people who are really good play the game. And I do want to throw another shout out to Roxy, because Roxy should get the award for Manager of the Year right now. She downplays what she does, but she is a stabilizing force and our biggest cheerleader.
She's good,
and
so.
I really wouldn't be here without her.
All right, so obviously the next question is Collision. You know, they're going to get an automatic rematch against you guys at Collision. You guys have proven to play pretty well, actually very well in live scenarios. So are you feeling nervous at all, or how's the prep going to change for this?
I'm excited because now this, you know, as much as people say they don't like awards, this gives me a little bit more confidence. So I've done it once, so now that that's over, I'm going to be more free, I think, because this is, you know, Bibiani, Bateman, lots of us know this is like the white whale, and to finally conquer it even once makes you feel like you belong to be here.
I'm going to study up
Speaking
on
of
my
Melville.
70s and 80s movies, maybe play the Billy Madison flashcard game with John Roca when it comes to Westerns. But I do want to say, just because they don't have a manager doesn't mean that we can't utilize ours, okay? Roxy Stryer tried to manage us during the match. That is her job. That is why she is there. And I am going to make damn sure that she is allowed to manage us in this rematch, okay? If you want a manager, get your own, Shirewolves.
And one last thing that goes without saying, I'll shut up, I promise.
Biggest interview ever.
Sorry, this is my Oscar speech. Don't play the
bell.
I want to thank Christian and Mark for creating this, because this has become a huge part of my life, and I have so many great friends, and it means a lot.
Oh.
Sorry.
Who called it? Who called it?
You've earned
I
it.
thought Jeff was going to
Congratulations
do
again,
it.
guys. We'll see you at Collision. We're back with the Shirewolves, ladies. I know this is kind of a weird position for you guys to be in, because I always interview you guys in the winner's circle, because until now you were 6-0, and this is your first loss as a team, and a big one at that. You know, against your ex-teammate. There's just probably so much to process right now.
Yeah, I mean, we certainly are proud of Mark. We love Mark. He you know, we got very close
Only
to him.
Mark.
He's a friend,
Yeah.
in front of the camera, behind the camera, and Rachel has always said, and I agree, like, he's one of the best players in the league to have not had a belt yet. And so, of course, are we slightly disappointed that it came at the cost of us not having a belt? Like, sure, but I feel really good about not only what we did today, but our legacy so far.
Oh, that's
and I'm happy for Mark.
Yeah, we said in our promo that today history was being made one way or the other, and we are proud of our part in the history of the Schmoedown, and, you know, we fought hard and we've made a mark, and to play a team of this high caliber and play the way we did, I mean, every round it was only like a 1 point difference, so we both fought through categories that, you know, we stumbled a little, we pulled back, we both missed the betting round, like, it was a back and forth, and those are the best kinds of matches, and at the end of the day, they were able to pull it out, and you know, I can say that I'm really proud to have been a part of a match like this, and I'm really proud of Mark, and Jeff's a formidable player. He just made history today as the first belt holder with 2 different teammates. I mean, this league just keeps growing in new and interesting and fun directions, and people are accomplishing things in every match practically, and it's great to be a part of that.
So I'm sure seeing, like you said, Mark holding the belt, but you guys losing yours in order to have it was very gift of the magi going on.
Yeah, mix of emotions.
A lot of mix of emotions. And you guys performed so well in categories that really aren't your strengths. Like, neither one of you was like, yeah, I definitely want Ron Howard.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And, you know, I will say, strategy-wise or you know, gameplay-wise, I had Christine Baranski from the beginning, and I didn't go for it because I wasn't 100% confident. And that is Wolves of Steel, Clark. That is not Shirewolves, Clark. So I have learned it was a good reminder to you know to go for it and to take the swing because you're not going to get that chance again. And then ultimately, and usually your first instinct is right. And so it's like, oh well.
Clark, look, sometimes we all need to be reminded we're
Did she
just
say Stowell?
badasses on the inside, you know? So I totally get it.
Yeah, it's an easy match to nitpick, and we'll be
You
doing
get
it
pissed
for a
off
while.
by it.
What if, you know, this 1 point or that 1 point or buzzed a little faster or gone with our guts? But that's the game.
Sorry,
That's always
sorry.
been a part of the game.
I had a Carlos
and,
Mencia that.
You know, it's fuel to the fire. You know, you learn every match too. So that's definitely just a part of it.
And you guys are going to have a lot to learn from and study, obviously, because now you get your automatic rematch.
Yeah.
So those belts, while they're gone now, may not be gone for long, you know? Jon Snow came back from the dead. We didn't see that one coming, okay?
We
didn't
did.
see that one coming.
Everyone did.
What are you guys going to do to prep for a collision?
I mean, we're going to do what we always do, you know, and that's the thing. Some days you
Like,
come and
yeah,
you get
you're gonna
5
kill
out
off your main character at the end of
questions in
season
round
5.
one. Some days you get a perfect round. Like, but we are still proud of how we play and what we know, and, you know, we will bring that A game every time we get into the ring. And if that means we do it at Collision, we'll do it at Collision.
I will say that I will probably brush up on my non-Disney animated movies because not only did this one cost us our belts, but the effing Crudes cost me that match against Sam Levine, and I'll never forget it. So I need to definitely, I need to brush up on a couple of categories, and I know that. And you know, this is a good like kick in the butt to refocus and say, okay, you enjoy that belt because we're taking it back.
I don't think you can end it much better than that, other than say that you guys have been such a staple this season and last season in the league, and it's been so refreshing to see champions that hold themselves the way that you two do are such great role models, where there's little girls in the audiences here losing their minds so much that their dads have to tell them to sit down. That will probably get edited out, but whatever. Please keep being who you are, and don't let this one loss deter you, because I have a feeling Collision's going to be a barn burner.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You look at how humble I think that both the guys were, and the respect that they gave to the Shirewolves inside of that post-match. And Mark Andreyko saying very kind words about the champions, and even Jeff Snyder giving respect to the champions. And they know they got to do it all over again on June 22nd with the former champs, because they're gunning for him, and Shirewolves said as much in the post.
I think that's why the odd couple, to be honest with you. I'm not saying they're putting on a face, but I think that they have to be very respectful of the Shirewolves. You do not want to draw their ire any further. They're already going to be looking for revenge come June, so they're going to be very nice and behave themselves around the Shirewolves, I think, admirably, and then we'll see what happens at the Collision.
But that's the thing. When you do what the Shirewolves have done and accomplished in this league, the fact that they won 2 straight defenses.
Does anyone secretly want an Iron Man match?
We know that we have to play our best, but they knew they had that in their back pocket. Here they go, main event. We get to see this amazing match.
I think you
That's what
saved
happens
that
in Game of Thrones. Everybody dies, right?
for the rubber
That's a little
match.
dire.
Okay.
So, I'm shocked, and what a match we were able to witness here today. What did you guys think? Did you think the odd couple was going to do it? And who do you think will win the rematch at the Collider Collision? And don't forget, July 20th. You just saw her perform.
I guarantee you, Roka was backstage thinking, "Damn it, we have to wait longer now."
Rachel the Crusher.
No, oh no, they don't have
She
to.
will put that title on the line, and it will be against
No, but at Collision.
either. That's right. Kevin Smith or Mike Kalinowski, who
I see where you're going with that.
Hold on.
Let's
save this for the end of the
today.
thing.
It's going to be a fun summer for us at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. The live events to look forward to. You can go to the schmoedownlive.com. You can also go to triviasd.com. We'll all be down at Comic-Con July 18th for stand-up comedy, markellislive.com. July 20th for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Live.
Got the biggest grin on your
I
face.
can't wait for the next time on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Christian Harloff, where can all the kids find you?
Yes,
you find me promoting this silly thing. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Make sure you join the Patreon. Download this all.
He's at Christian Harloff.
Apple
He's verified.
Podcast.
He's
a big
2 minutes left. So
Anyway,
what's the
thank you
post-credit
guys
scene?
So much. Congratulations
There should be
to
something.
the new champions, and we will see you very soon.
Ben?
Ooh. God, that shirt is way too small.
Yeah. It's kind of his thing lately. Oh dear.
Oh,
boy.
no.
Roxy.
Hi, Ben. How are you?
Okay. How are
She's
you?
gonna use the Force instead of flying out the
Honestly,
door, isn't
doing
she?
amazing. I don't know if you heard, but I manage the team champs right now. And actually, how we got our belt was by
Beating.
the team that you.
Please,
couldn't
Ben,
beat.
just toss your
I
drink
remember
right
that.
into her face.
And you know what else I remember is that 2 years ago, I came to you and I asked if you wanted to be part of my team, if you wanted me to manage you.
We're gonna go down this road right now. You want to go down this road?
Yeah, because you turned me down, and guess what? Pretty sure that if you had said yes, you would be a champion by now too, because you're not, right?
Rox, I know what you're doing here, and I know you think this is an act. Okay, I get it.
That skeleton statue is very distracting.
I realize
Yes,
the
it is.
decisions I made got me to where I am. I made this. So now I gotta fix it. I accept that.
I definitely know you too well to believe anything you just said. But good luck. Good to see that nothing has changed with you.
Just take a drink.
Where did she walk to?
I don't know.
Who cares anyway?
Ah.
Okay. So this is how it works. It happened at Collision 1, actually.
Yes.
where At the end of the that's the thing. I remember that last video being so long that we were all like, "Why is this video so long?" After the title match between Merle, Riley, and Roka.
And then,
that was because Sam Levine came in and he was like, "I want to use it right now." Merle can do the exact same thing. Like, after the title match between the Odd Couple and Shirewolves is done, Merle can be like, "I want to cash it in right now. Roka, come up, let's do a title match."
They can if YouTube allows it for the live streaming, because it all depends on, like, what's the budget? Do they have time to go that long? Do they have the time to go that long?
Up to 8 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, they should have more than enough time to do that.
But yeah, no, that's exactly where they're setting this up. That there's no other way this can go.
And it's gonna be awesome.
And it's gonna be great because
the only thing is I might not be there.
Unfortunately,
because I'm moving that weekend. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so yes, guys, that's the dilemma that we're all facing. But see now, okay, I don't know why I thought this, but for just 2 seconds, I'm like, wait, is it possible there could be a triple threat team match? And they're like, no.
No, that doesn't work.
Yeah,
from experience, that doesn't work.
Yeah, Case and I barely survived one, so no. But
yeah,
you know,
my internet didn't.
No, it didn't. It really didn't.
I watched the behind-the-scenes recording of that match, and yeah, it took a while. It took 2 hours to shoot that.
I missed a complete question in that match, so yeah.
But yeah,
no, yeah, don't do triple threat.
But no, so
I'm happy.
I'm actually very happy because we're gonna get that rematch at Collision, and it's gonna be epic as hell.
It will be. It will be. But let's stick to what we just saw before we look to the future. And I think we all can eat crow a little bit, because I think we all. Chris was probably the most reasonable out of the three of us in that he knew it was going to come down to like the very last question, and it did. It did. I thought it was a shoe-in for the Shirewolves. I thought they were unstoppable, and really this game, it came down to the game itself. It came down to not who had the most knowledge, but who is the best at playing the game. Strategy. How much are you going to bet in round 3? Who's faster on the buzzer in round 4? Who just is good at picking numbers in round 5 and getting categories that they know? And that's because both teams, they had like a so-so performance, but so-so performance for them. Like if it was against an average team, it would have been. You get where I'm going. You get where I'm going. But they showed. Both teams showed that they're human, and that this game can work. Can work anybody. This game can do anything, and now we have a rematch on our hands between one of the greatest individual team players, their former one of the arguably the best team of the modern Schmoedown generation, and their former tag partner, who has now finally gotten over that long hurdle that he's been trying to clear.
And yeah, quick side note, and Draco, dude,
Yes.
seriously,
you deserve it.
Fucking congratulations.
Yes. Yeah, with this match, I expected the Shirewolves to do what they did in all their previous matches, and that is score 30-plus points. That's why I thought they would have had it, because I did expect the Odd Couple to put up about 25 points, which is what they got. So based off of that, my prediction was, yeah, the Shirewolves are probably going. But the Shirewolves had their worst match yet. They haven't performed worse than this in terms of point scoring, and that's because, yeah, they were not on their game today. For some reason, it was not their day. They had a couple of misses that they don't usually miss. So that's why it went differently. But yeah, as you guys say, we're instantly getting the rematch. And I don't know how that'll go, because the Shirewolves might still be shaken by what happened. But on the other hand, I think the Odd Couple will be a little bit more focused, less nervous maybe, because they're like, okay, we already played them and we won, so okay with that. So
I think you're right about the confidence factor in the Odd Couple, because that's what I said. I thought they were going to be confident in this match. Now that they've gotten the belts,
they weren't that confident.
Now that they've gotten the belts, they have reasons to be more confident than they were. But having said that, Clark Wolf, we've seen her when she gets pushed back into a wall. That's when the wolf comes out. That's when she starts putting the work in, and she realizes now from experience that DreamWorks has screwed her twice in title matches on the very last question. So she's like, okay, fuck you, DreamWorks. I'm going to watch everything about you until I have you memorized from director to the last name on the credit list of the most
She's going to pull a Sam Levine. Because Sam Levine also did the same thing before he got to his very successful run, where he just watched a shit ton of animated movies.
Yeah.
So, well, any final thoughts, guys? Before we wrap up?
I think I'm good. I've said all I need to say.
One more thing. Rachel, going into this rematch, her focus is definitely going to be a little divided, because of what's going to happen in the undercard with KO and Smets. So will that be in the back of her mind in that rematch against the Odd Couple, or will she be able to block it out
I think
and just focus on what's in front of her?
I think by now Rachel should be an experienced enough player to say, whoever the fuck wins that match, she'll face him. No problem, and whatever happens in that title match happens. But she should also be like, I'm playing a team title match. I'm not playing Inner Geekdom. whatever happens in Inner Geekdom, who cares? She needs to play that team title match and win that. That's going to be her focus. And I think that by now she is that good of a player that she can just block that out and just completely focus on the team title match. So I don't think it will be that much of a factor.
Ditto.
So, guys, with that said, please like the video, comment on anything you saw in this, and holy crap, what a match. So, yeah. Do leave some comments because there's a lot to talk about. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out the Who Cares Anyway podcast with special guest Zach Stentz. It's up right now. It should be up right now, according to uploading schedules and whatnot. And Chris, speaking of the Who Cares Anyway podcast and who actually managed to get the guest on, talk about yourself and plugging.
You guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Stardust, Letterboxd, and Discord at Skywalker Dome. And you guys can follow this very channel on Twitter and Instagram at D2A Channel. Please like our Facebook page. And yes, you guys can find me hosting the Who Cares Anime podcast, where... How the fuck did this happen? But yeah, guys,
a late
please,
night on Twitter.
Please go check the replay. For anyone who just listens to podcasts, we do have an actual podcast feed for Who Cares Anyway. So please, our RSS links are down in the description box below. And you guys can also and stay tuned next week for new episodes of Who Cares Anyway and Downtuned Dissection hosted by Ryan McClellan, where I believe, Case, you are up next on the show to talk about a certain royal band, as it were.
Yes, Her Royal Highness, indeed. Nico, plug yourself.
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, at Nico Suave Regoli. That's NICOSUAVEREGOLI, or just Nico Suave with 4 random meaningless numbers thrown in at the end on Discord. You can find me over on Multiplex Entertainment is the name of the Facebook group, and the YouTube channel. The Twitter is at MultiplexYT, Instagram Multiplex Entertainment Network, tpublic.com/user/multiplex. Buy our awesome shirts. Check out me and Zadie Smith every Tuesday night at 9 Eastern for Crisis on Earthplex. And I'll be managing House Night Fury throughout the Fandom Fight Summer Series tournament and all the other matches going on in that organization. And teaming with Chris. Yes.
This is true. You guys have a match coming up against who?
Mischief Managed, the #1 seed. Okay.
Oh, no pressure.
No pressure at all. No.
We got it.
I feel like we got it, but... You know, because
Nico, you have been studying.
Yes.
You seriously have been studying.
Oh, I have been studying.
I have faith in you guys. Because if you don't, then I'm like, God damn it, I should have stayed. But, oh.
But also, Combat Wrestling Trivia is the name of the Facebook group. Combat Wrestling Network is the name of the YouTube channel. The poorly made Twitter handle is at Combat Wrestling, the number 2. There is no letter G. We like wrestling. If you like wrestling trivia, come find us over there. Adonis Cesario, James Berryman III, The Raw and SmackDown Breakdown. Check them out. Right here on D2A, at D2A channel, all the places Chris just said, Case will say, Rolling Crits, at Rolling Crits on Instagram, Twitch, I think that's the same thing, and the Multimedia Trivia Pop Quiz Championship, coming soon, preferably before the New York Schmoedown.
Okay, well, guys, with that said, you can follow me at Dutch Movie Guy on Twitter, Case Cornelis on Letterboxd and Facebook. Moving in the next month or so. So, yeah, I'll be busy with that. And that's about it. So, guys, until our next video, take care.
Yeah.